Alright, what is up everybody? Bringing you another commentary here, and this time we're going to be playing a little Demolition on a firing range. This is one of my favorite maps in the game, and I'm using one of my favorite guns to use right now, and that is the Commando. And if you saw my last video on the Commando, I talked a little bit about how it has a little bit more recoil than I was expecting, and that's why you have to use the reflex sight, because it kind of makes it a better long-range weapon. But today I'm using dual magazines, and dual magazines, I'm using those for a couple of reasons. The first being that the fact that you get to start with a lot more ammo, and that's really important, at least for me, especially if I'm playing defense on defending a bomb site. I don't want to run out of ammo. We're on defense to start here. We're going to actually blow it, which was a big disappointment because we hadn't lost a round all night, and we let these guys swooped in and so they shocked us, to be honest, because usually I'm used to never losing a demolition game, but yeah, these guys were competitive. It's gonna be a long game. I've cut out the chopper gunners in this game, and I've cut out anything that was slowing it down just to make it so it wasn't a super long game. But yeah, dual magazines, you get to start with double the ammo, so that's super nice. Combo that with sleight of hand pro, you get to have that super fast reload. It's almost instantaneous, especially on the second mag. So a lot of times I will shoot one out, so I know that I'll be on the fast mag if I have some downtime and I think about it. So I don't always think about it, but just shoot one round and reload, and you'll be on the fast reload for the next one, and that's a good idea. I don't know, it doesn't really matter though, because with sleight of hand you reload so fast with these dual mags, it's almost meaningless, to be honest. Helps you win a lot of gunfights. That's why I like sleight of hand. The pro version, obviously you get to pull that reticle up to your face a lot faster. That's going to win you a lot of gunfights as well. Now, the Commando, like I said in my other video, I don't know if you guys have watched it. If not, you might want to check that out on my channel. I think it's labeled Commando Assault Rifle, so it should be pretty obvious. But I talked about how the reflex sight kind of reduces recoil at long range. I still like that. I still prefer the reflex sight if I'm going to have some sort of sight on it. However, I think that the best setup is the one I'm using here with the dual magazines and the just the iron sight set, because unless you're on like a really wide open map, this is really all you're going to need for getting it's really good mid-range, it's really good close up, it does a lot of damage. It's a three bullet kill with this weapon. I think it might be 4 at like the longest distance. You gotta burst fire it at a little longer distance, so keep that in mind. If you're having problems with it, you might want to just think about burst firing it. If I get somebody where he's got his back turned to me, and I have no problem burst firing it. Mid-range, no problem going full auto. It really just depends on the situation. It's really hard to give tips on how to fire the weapon, like the pacing you want to go with it when you have, because that really depends on the situation, because if somebody's running up on you, obviously you're going to want to go full auto if you think that they're going to run up to you and knife you, because you don't want them to knife you, obviously, and going full auto will get the most damage per second out there. So there's a time and place for everything, so it's really hard to give tips on that, but as a general rule, I would pop fire this weapon at long range, because you'll have a lot more success with it, because it does have a fair amount of recoil, at least in my experiences with it, and it's not really the world's most accurate rifle. What I like about it is its rate of fire, and the fact that you can the rate of fire. I like the way it looks. I mean, it does a lot of damage per second, so I mean it's an overall good weapon. I would put it right there up there with the top 5 weapons. I would say the best weapon in the game, oh man, that's tough. Me personally, I prefer the AK. The M16 is probably up there, especially if you get an M16 in the hands of somebody who's really good at it. It's a beast weapon. Even now that it seems like it's nerfed a little bit, because it might not always kill in one burst. But like I said, if you get it in the hands of a good person and they can shoot high upper body, they're going to be one bursting you all day. So I would definitely say that's one of the best. Obviously, I already said the AK, the G11. Man, that thing has some beastly hip fire, and it's really good long range. I get a lot of one-hit kills with it, but the reason why I personally don't like it as much as most people do is I feel like it's really inconsistent on. Sometimes it'll take 3 bursts, sometimes it'll take 1. I mean, I guess it just really depends on where you hit him on the body. Me personally, I like it, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I actually have a gameplay with that I will be posting in not too long, which is pretty cool. It shows off the power of the G11. Three chopper gunners is how much power that thing put out for me. So, yeah, it could have been a 100 kill game in that game actually, but they shot all my chopper gunners down, so they were pretty much pointless. But yeah, let's talk more about the Commando. I'm kind of getting off topic here, but yeah, I like the Commando a lot. If you notice, I am using Flak Jacket. That is my go-to perk on any objective game type. Um, my logic behind that is I'll never die from not having hardline on. There's never a situation where I was like, man, I wish I had hardline on. I wouldn't have died there, because it's not. I mean, the only thing, I guess Ghost could be an argument if you're on offense and you want to be a little bit more sneaky about things, but other than that, I would say that if you're playing an objective game type and you consider yourself someone who goes for the objective, Flak Jacket is going to be priceless. I cannot even explain what a good perk it is, because it saved my life more than any perk in this game. It You can basically survive 3 grenades. You can survive 2 new tubes usually. Usually that third one's gonna kill you. Seems like frags kill you a little bit better than the Simtexes when you have Flak Jacket on. I'm not sure why that is. It might have something to do with the fact that I've heard rumors that treyarch did put some sort of like auto aim into the grenades so that they were more effective. I don't know if that's true. If anybody's got the PC, they could look up and see if that's true. Look at the game files, but me personally, I don't know if that's true. So, yeah, I mean, if you get a team of people using the RC cars, you can survive an RC car as long as it doesn't touch your actual body. If they get right up on you and explode, you will die. You won't be able to survive that, but if they explode like right in front of you, you survive it no problem and still be able to take a few hits from things. But that's why I like Flak Jacket. It's great for like if you notice, the A-bomb on this map is super hard to take. That's why you want to go for B first. I think that's right. I'm not watching the video, so yeah, it's A. A is the one by the wood structure. That one's pretty difficult to take, and if you're having problems taking that, I would suggest trying Flak Jacket, because it a lot of people get up in there and they'll camp and they have really good lines of sight towards that bomb site, and if they do start to lose battles and you start to clear it out, a lot of times people will get cheap and start shooting nuke tubes down from up top and throwing grenades, and having Flak Jacket will allow you to survive probably 5, 6, 7 seconds longer than you normally would be able to. That's because it seems like everyone's first instinct is to throw a grenade, whereas in my opinion, if you know that someone's taking a bomb site, I would just go straight. I mean, it's fine to chuck a nade on it, but if you have a clear sight to it, shoot the guy. Don't throw a grenade at him. I've seen people do that a million times, and by the time the grenade gets there and rolls around and waits for it to, detonate, they could have the bomb planted. So if you know they're planning, shoot them if you can see them. Don't throw a grenade at them. But yeah, seems like everyone's first instinct is to throw grenades on a bomb site, so you might want to keep that in mind if you're having problems planting bombs. Also, combo is great if you're trying to get Ninja Pro, because Ninja Pro you do have to get a certain amount of bomb plants to do that, along with like what five backstabber medals and like 150 silencer kills. So if you combo that with Flak Jacket and you play some Demolition and Sabotage and maybe some Search, you'll eventually get Ninja Pro. So I mean, Flak Jacket Pro is extremely hard to get though. It's not hard doing the basic parts of the challenge isn't too hard, but the fact that you have to throw back 5 frag grenades is hard, because it seems like people are starting to not even use frags anymore, just like in Modern Warfare 2, where everybody used the Simtex after a while. It seems like that seems to be the consensus now. Most people are just chucking Simtexes at the bomb sites instead of the frags, so it makes it hard to even get the throwbacks, and even when you do run across somebody using frags, they're smart enough to cook them. So I mean, if you pick them up, you're gonna die. I've tried to get Flak Jacket Pro. I'm almost to level 50 on this prestige, so I'm assuming that I'm not going to get it, because I literally have 10,000 experience points left before I prestige. I initially wasn't going to prestige, but lately I've decided that I might as well give me something to do in the game, because I am starting to get a little bored with it, I'm not going to lie. I don't know. I mean, I like the game a lot. Not too happy about the fact that there's a huge commando lunge in it still, but I won't complain about that because there's enough negativity towards games. I'm gonna try to stay pretty positive. Especially like, I don't know, it seems like Call of Duty, everybody is so critical of everything, and I mean, I'm guilty as well. I've posted videos making fun of commando lunges all the time, or I'm not really making fun, more like me being fun for the people commando lunging me. I guess that doesn't really make sense, but yeah. Um, but yeah, I think I'm going to Prestige. I was really not wanting to have to earn Ninja Pro again, not have to earn Sleight of Hand Pro again, but I think I've decided that I will Prestige on this account. I'm going to be really disappointed that I can't use the Commando here. The Commando was one of my favorite weapons to use, and you don't get it to level 44, so I'm going to lose that, but I think I would probably Prestige 1 or 2 more times. It'd be nice to get that 1 extra custom class. I have 1 right now, so having 7 custom classes will be pretty handy. Because I occasionally like to have a sniper and shotgun custom class set up, so that'll, you know, give me 2 throwaway slots that I can have those ready to go, because every once in a while I like to do a little bit of sniping, even though they have pretty much ruined sniping in the game. But as I'm recording this now, there is talks of sniper patches. I did notice, I don't know if this is true, a lot of people have been talking about the fact that the snipers sway a little bit less. They might have patched it without saying anything. I've noticed this as well, but I don't know if it's just the fact that it's placebo and that everyone's telling me that they have, and it just seems like it to me. So I can't make a true judgment call on that. But this game is over. I went 72-9. Had 1 plant. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys next time. Peace.